Hey guys, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Knick-Knack, hanging out with you guys on this Friday night right up here in the Plastic Planet, where remember, your childhood is my hood. And hey guys, we're going to have a great time tonight. I've got a couple of really cool unboxings to get to from my adventures on not only the mass retail world, but eBay as well. I got a small eBay purchase to show off to you guys. But first, I wanted to get to a subscriber request. My really good buddy and subscriber, Paul, I like to call him aka Brewer Packer Paul. He's from Wisconsin, obviously. He sent me an IM the other day and wanted to know my feelings as a fellow Transformer fan and as a fellow fan of 1980s movies and pop culture in general. My feelings on the brand new Transformer Ghostbuster figure that was premiered at New York Toy Fair, I want to say, about 2 weekends ago. So he wanted to know my feelings on this particular figure. It does look really cool. Comes in a really cool retro Transformers box. Looks really, really quite awesome. However, it's not something I'm going to buy. And I'm going to tell you why. Right here before you guys, I've got Ghostbusters. The Ghostbusters Ecto-1. This, of course, is the Hollywood Rides Metals Ecto-1 that I did a full review on last summer on this channel. Accompanied by my 1985... Generation 1 Transformers Perceptor from my childhood. These two things, individually, I love a great deal. But together, it's kind of like this. Check this out, guys. Now, I really do dig orange juice. Orange juice is delicious. I love orange juice. I also really also love chocolate milk. Oh, you can't beat chocolate milk. But... put them together. Actually, no, that's not bad. It's kind of like a chocolate orange Julius. Shit, well, this metaphor just fell apart.
Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet. With your host, it's Knick-Knack!
Shit, yeah, it's like one of those chocolate oranges you get at Christmas time. Fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, hey guys, you're back. Hey, like I said before the segue there, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Knick-Knack, hanging out with you guys tonight, and I've got a couple of really fun things for you guys to show off tonight. I have been doing the rounds at mass retail as of late, and I do have some really exciting things to show you guys that I'm stoked to show. And let's just get right to them right now, shall we? First off, my first thing on my list is a mass retail item. I have been searching for this, hitting up my local Walgreens like every day for the last 2 weeks almost. Ridiculous. I love going to Walgreens, don't get me wrong. You walk into a Walgreens, it kind of takes me back to my childhood, it kind of reminds me, walking into the old downtown drugstore in Great Falls, Montana, where I grew up when I was a really little guy. Kind of reminds me of that, just the smell of candy and everything in the air. I just kind of dig that, but too much of a good thing. And I've been at my Walgreens almost every night for, like I said, for the last week. And I kind of look like some kind of geriatric creeper in there, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I've been going to Walgreens searching for this, and I finally found him tonight. And I was so excited. I actually walked into Walgreens, and it was super busy tonight. There was a huge-ass long line at the register, and I'm like, yeah, tonight's the night I'm going to find it. Sure enough, boom, there he was. That, of course, is the DC Multiverse Bizarro figure. So excited to finally get this guy in hand. And I'm going to unbox him for you guys right now. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging and see what we got here. Alrighty, so check this out. I know you guys have probably seen this already. This thing's been out for a little while. I was unable to get on top of it early because, well, my Walgreens kind of suck around here. But nevertheless, here he is, the DC Multiverse Bizarro figure. Really excited about this. What a clever idea, putting him in backwards in the packaging there. As you know, with Bizarros, everything's kind of backwards. So that's very, very cool. Very, very clever, I might add. Well played, Mattel. It's got some nice artwork on the side there. And then, of course, there is the back. Of course, you got like a pseudo Clark Kent mode for him, which is looking really, really cool. And yeah, and then there's just more artwork splashed on this side. So let's just get him out of the box right now. It's gonna be freaking awesome. Alrighty, well, kick-ass, here he is, all removed from the packaging. He's got a nice number of accessories there, as you guys can see. He's got, of course, the Clark Kent tie and glasses. And of course, he's got the memorable Bizarro like necklace thing, Bizarro #1. Of course, a separate set of hand accessories, and of course the Clark Kent suit jacket. And then here, of course, is the figure himself, looking really, really awesome. Love that head sculpt. That really just kind of pops out at me. I really dig that a lot. Look at that awesome, awesome head sculpt. Of course, the backwards S and the classic Superman costume there. Just looking really, really fantastic. And here's the backside. Of course, getting that backwards S. I wish the cape was a little more dingier. I wish his out costume was a little more dingier, personally, on this particular one. That's kind of I always kind of like that about Bizarro, is that he you know Superman is always very, very clean and very, very pristine. I like my Bizarros looking a little more ragged, I guess. But still, this is absolutely a fantastic looking figure. I really do dig that head sculpt again. Look how freaking awesome he looks. That is really cool. Well, let's go ahead and get him in this Clark Kent get up, so you guys can see that as well. Alrighty, there he is, all done up again for you guys in his Clark Kent outfit. I really, really dig that a lot. That looks absolutely really fun, really, really cool there. The suit jacket is sort of just kind of a rubberized plastic, so it does go on pretty easy. There's no real stress with this one. And hey, this was a 1999 figure, a Walgreens exclusive. If you can find him, I highly recommend. Just a lot of fun, and for $20, I feel like there's a value here, because there's a lot of accessories, a lot of different display options for you, and if you just choose to keep it in the packaging, as you can see, the packaging is pretty freaking clever. So anyway, there's Bizarro, absolutely fantastic. Alrighty, hey guys, I had to switch over to a Diet Coke, kind of wash that down my throat there, that my little orange juice chocolate milk concoction. It was getting a little weird on the back of my throat. Anyway, so what is next up here for you guys tonight? I have yet another DC Multiverse figure. I'm very excited about this one. More importantly, I'm very excited about this movie. In fact, if you were to ask me what my most anticipated movie of 2019 is, and I know this might be a minority opinion, I know there might be another very, very popular superhero movie coming out in April, but I am most excited about Shazam! That's right. I did get the DC Multiverse Shazam figure. Found this one at my Walmart store locally here, and I'm very excited about him. I'm very excited about this movie. I think this movie just looks like a hell of a lot of fun. I've been a fan of the Shazam character since I was a very, very little kid, and there really hasn't been a lot of Shazam, live action or cartoons to get excited about. So this is very, very exciting for me to finally get this movie, and I think I'm just really, really digging what I'm seeing in the trailer so far. I'm sure not everyone feels that way, but I sure as heck do. So anyway, I'm going to get this guy out for you guys, and so you guys can check him out as well. Alrighty, so here's the packaging for you guys. Nothing much to speak of, not much to write home about. Your basic DC Multiverse packaging. Still some nice artwork there, some nice graphic design on the side of the box. Of course, the first wave of these figures, you only get two. You only get, of course, Shazam, aka Captain Marvel, or you get Dr. Sivana. I really would have preferred if they would have given us a Billy Batson this first time around myself. You get Shazam, you get Billy Batson. That seemed more logical to me. But nevertheless, still cool. I kind of collect what I want out of these DC Multiverse. I'm by no means in a collect 'em all mindset with these. So I just, this is one I definitely wanted, and really, really glad I picked him up, provided how good the movie is. This might be something that, this might be a character I want to explore, hopefully, in Hot Toys form, if in fact he's ever released, if Hot Toys ever does one, which I can't imagine they wouldn't, but you never know. So anyway, let's get this guy open. Alrighty, and here he is, all removed from his packaging. Like, what a great looking action figure. Again, this was $19.95 at my local Walmart store. You don't get as many accessories as you did with the Bizarro figure over there, but nevertheless, I just am really impressed. Really impressed, I gotta say, with the figure himself. I mean, look at that face sculpt on him. I don't know if Mattel on these multiverse figures is using that like digital scan facial technology or whatnot, but that really does look like Zach Levi a lot to me. And I just love the smirk and the crooked eyebrow there. I mean, I really dig that. Really kind of embodies what we see of this character, at least from the trailers. And wow, I mean, that outfit is just awesome. That super outfit is so cool. And I've seen people bitch about the costume online, and for the love of me, I can't understand why. What the hell is wrong with a superhero kind of having somewhat of his traditional look on screen? What does he have to have, like black tactical armor on? I mean, come on, give me a break. I love my superheroes, as I've said many times here on the Plastic Planet, to be bright, flamboyant, and a little over the top, and that's exactly why I'm so excited about this movie, because it definitely kind of embodies all three of those characteristics. Again, absolutely awesome looking figure. I'll give you a little bit of a 360. I really can't speak to the articulation on him. There's other YouTube channels that go much more in depth on these kind of things as far as articulation. I'm not going to like put him in weird poses for you or anything like that. He's going on a shelf, and he's probably going on a shelf just like that. So that is what it is. So anyway, but yeah, I really am impressed, guys, and I really do dig this figure a lot. And more importantly, I'm just getting even more excited for Shazam coming out in April. I think it's April 4th. So I know where I'm going to be that day. I don't know about you. Alrighty, well, last but not least, I have mentioned previously that I've been on a little bit of a DC kick lately. Picked up this figure offline, off eBay. It was loose. I got it from a toy store in Ohio called the Toy Department. I think that's been featured on some bigger YouTube channels in the past. So anyway, I was kind of surprised when I saw where it was from. I was like, oh, I know that place. Or at least I've heard of it anyway. But nonetheless, I got this Blue Beetle, this used Blue Beetle. I think it's a DC Direct. I am not entirely sure what he is, but he is really cool. He's kind of got some gross things on him, some gross smudges on him. But anyway, I'll give you guys a close-up here right now. Alrighty, here is Blue Beetle, aka I believe Dan Garrett. I believe that's his name. Of this particular version of Blue Beetle. What got me what got Blue Beetle on my brain, so to speak, is I just got done watching this really kick-ass DC animated movie, Justice League versus Teen Titans. Of course, there is a different, much younger version of Blue Beetle in this movie. So it kind of got me thinking about Blue Beetle, and then I remembered that Blue Beetle was the guy who got his ass completely stomped by Doomsday in the Death of Superman comic book back in the day. And that, of course, I believe was this version of Blue Beetle. So I kind of looked him up on eBay and then found this figure, and I was just like, oh man, that's pretty awesome. Put in a bid, totally forgot about it, and 3 days later I realized I'd won it. So yeah, that was cool. Figure itself is pretty cool. He's got a nice head sculpt on him. Again, I don't know exactly who this is. I believe this is a DC Direct figure. It might be an early Mattel, but I do believe it's a DC Direct. Looking really awesome. It does have some weird spots all over him. If you guys can see that on camera, like there's that yellow, that greenish yellow smudge there. Kind of weird. And then there's some other smudges along here. I don't know. Seems a little bit like he was played with, because I don't know. He has more of a premium collector feel to him. He's got some weight to him. Nice heavy plastic, but nevertheless he does look like he's got some play wear, but that's okay. Nevertheless, the character, the figure itself looks fantastic. Really excited to have him in the collection. Just kind of a different, little bit of more of an obscure DC character to add to my DC display. So kind of neat. Alrighty, for my next purchase, we're going to be switching gears just a tad bit back over into that galaxy far away, of course, Star Wars. Now, I picked up a mass retail Black Series figure, and I did pay full price for him. I know in the past I've kind of harped on the fact that you probably should never pay full price for Hasbro Star Wars, and I still do hold that fairly true, with the exception of some Black Series figures. Some of those kind of come and go. They rarely see the deep discount bins the Black Series do, at least not the original trilogy characters, and that's exactly what this is. We're not talking about Rogue One. We're not talking about sequel trilogy characters here. We're talking about original trilogy characters. Of course, we're talking about Luke Skywalker. And this was a sought-after figure when it was on a vintage card back, because it was an exclusive about a year or two ago. Nevertheless, the Hasbro released him as an archive figure, the Luke Skywalker and X-wing fighter gear here, and I just thought it looked really damn good. And as a Luke Skywalker fan, I thought I'd pick him up. I am eventually going to have a, I would say, rather nice original trilogy Black Series display downstairs in the archive room, as I am repiecing that room together. As you know from my last video, it is completely torn up right now. It is still torn up, but I am expecting some big things out of the archive room here soon, and I'm hoping to have some Black Series make somewhat of a presence down there. And this figure seemed kind of like a no-brainer when I saw him on the shelf. Did pay full price for him, but nevertheless, I'm okay with that. Just because I don't think, like I said, I don't think this guy will ever see the deep discount bins. Don't quote me, I could be wrong. But that's my prediction anyway. So here he is, and let's get him open for you guys as well. Alrighty guys, here he's all removed from the packaging for you guys, all of his accessories laid out for you. And you know, I gotta say, that's a pretty damn nice figure. Is the likeness spot on? No, it's not. But you know what, as I've said in many of my videos, particularly when I'm dealing with any kind of Luke Skywalker action figure, Mark Hamill is such a, I don't know what it is about that cat. I love Mark, but his likeness is so damn hard to nail down. I think because, in almost every movie still you ever see from the original Star Wars trilogy, he looks a little bit different in every single one. He's just one of those people that look just kind of different in every single picture he's in. And I think it's kind of reflected across the board in the action figures, the Luke Skywalker action figure offerings we've gotten over the last, several years, at least in the modern lines. So anyway, but again, the face sculpt acts pretty good. I don't mind. The nose feels a little off, but other than that, I don't know. The hair sculpt's nice. Face sculpt looks nice. I do dig the way he holds his blaster there. The hand sculpt's really decent. The way the trigger figure slips into the trigger onto the trigger looks really nice. The lightsaber's decent. He didn't really need a lightsaber. I don't remember him using his lightsaber in this particular point in the film. Of course, he didn't use a blaster either, so I guess I digress. The helmet looks really nice. The X-wing helmet, really nice. Really nice mold on that. If you can't tell, let's slip that on and see how it looks. Alrighty, so here he is with the helmet on, and I gotta say, he looks even better with the helmet on, in my opinion. Not that he didn't look bad without it, but he does look a little better with the helmet on. Helmet slipped right on there, no problems at all, really easy. So that's nice. There's a nice 360 of the character of the figure, looking really nice. Kind of dig that. Yeah, it's a really nice figure. For $20, it's pretty nice. I will give credit where credit is due. Nice job, Hasbro. This is a really good figure. I don't know if this is an exact remold of the original one that came out in 2013. I don't remember that one looking this good, but I could be mistaken. I passed on it then, obviously. Glad I didn't pass on it now, though. Looking really nice, and I think that's going to be a nice Black Series display I put up downstairs in the archive room sooner or later. So anyway, he's going to be a fine addition to that. So yeah, not too bad. You know what? I've been very critical of Hasbro in the past on this channel. I will give credit where credit's due. This is a really nice action figure. Nice job. Alrighty, well, last but certainly not least, I'm going to show off to you guys a figure tonight that I picked up, oh man, almost a month ago, I think. It was when I was out with my good buddies, Uncle Pat, my good buddy Trav. Featured this very briefly on a little Putz Run, aka toy hunt we did, like I said, about 2-3 weeks ago when we went over to Hero Headquarters. And I picked this up after the fact at my local Walmart. And that is, of course, the Bite and Fight Tyrannosaurus Rex, aka T-Rex, aka Tyrant Lizard King from the Jurassic World toy line from the toy line from the Jurassic. Shit, it's a comedy of errors. Anyway, let's get this guy open for you guys, and we'll do a little bit of a compare and contrast, because I've got a number of Tyrannosaurus Rexes, and you cannot have enough Tyrannosaurus Rexes, in my opinion. At least that's what my inner 6-year-old is telling me, and he tends to win most arguments when it comes to collecting. So I digress. All right, guys, let's get this out of the box. This is gonna be awesome. Alrighty, well first let's give you guys a little bit of a 360 here with the packaging. The Dino Rivals Jurassic World Bite and Fight Tyrannosaurus Rex. This continues to be just an epic toy line, in my opinion. Oh, look at that. Look at that face. That's a face only a mother could love. I love it. Awesome. So anyway, there's the back side of him. Looking really, really cool. Just fun. Looks like he's got a button here. Really fun play gimmicks on these Jurassic World dinosaurs. And there's the mechanics of them are so fluid. They're really kind of cool, in my opinion. But yeah, normally I'm not a big fan of play gimmicks. But this is pretty awesome. Looks like you can pick up another dinosaur in his jaws there and chuck him. Looking really, really cool. So yeah, let's go ahead, get this guy open for you guys right now. Okay, here is Bite and Fight T-Rex, all removed from his packaging. Looking really fun. He is in sort of an action pose here. If you're just gonna kind of pose him up like this, the mouth does stay open. It's spring-loaded due to the play gimmick. So if you wanted to shut it, you'd probably have to get a piece of Scotch tape or something. Nevertheless, he's got this button lever on the back, and he kind of turns his head. If you really push it hard, the mouth closes, and that's what he does. And so I don't know. Let's kind of give him. Let's give him some prey here. Let's see. The poor Blue Beetle here. Blue Beetle gets his ass kicked by Doomsday. Now Blue Beetle's gonna get his ass kicked by T-Rex. So let's see if we can do this right here. Let's see. No, that didn't work out. Let's try again. Get him! Alright, so anyway. Alright, so yeah, well that's cool. But anyway, so here's a nice 360 of the figure itself. Again, kind of got that kind of dominated by that play feature, which I don't know, that play feature itself is kind of lame. The tail does swing back and forth with this lever. I do like that. Look at the fluid motion on that. That does look, I mean, if you kind of can see past the seams there, that does look kind of real. It looks very, very slithery and alive. I do like that a lot. So not as much of a fan of this play feature up front, but I do love this tail gimmick. That is really cool. I love the color on this. It's a little different than the other T-Rexes we've gotten so far in the Jurassic World Mattel line. I do like I said, the coloring looks really, really good. Let's get a little bit of a compare and contrast. I think I have to thrash and throw T-Rex downstairs. I hope I'm saying the names right. You know, fight and bite, or I don't know, thrash and throw, chomp and stomp. I don't know. They have all these weird names. But anyway, let's get like I said, let's get a couple other T-Rexes up here and give you guys a little bit of a compare and contrast. Alrighty, so here's the Thrash and Throw T-Rex right here, I believe here, and of course accompanied by the brand new Bite and Fight. They are relatively the same size, same scale. I threw in Vice Admiral Holdo in there. I mean Ellie Sadler in there for scaling purposes only. And so yeah, here they all are together there, looking really, really nice. Those two would look really fantastic on a shelf together. I really do dig this one a lot. I think if I had to pick one, just because there just feels to be somewhat of a wonkiness here to the Bite and Fight T-Rex. I do think I like the Thrash and Throw a little bit better. Plus the Thrash and Throw, I believe, has electronics on him, which are really cool, and I'm not seeing any indication of electronics on the Bite and Fight. It's just a sheer gimmick with the bite and fight action there. Let's see if we can get him to. There we go. Well, anyway, so pretty cool. Alrighty, now just for shits and giggles, let's go ahead and throw in the Hasbro original Jurassic World T-Rex, which doesn't stand well. This is a terrible figure. Let's go ahead and throw him in there just for shits and giggles. See if he'll stand. Yep, there he is. So there he is in the mix there, and you can just see. I never really made this comparison on the channel. Can't you just see the stark comparison in sculpt quality between what Hasbro tried to do with the Jurassic World and then what Mattel did? It's not even a fair fight. This thing sucks, which I don't get, because Hasbro's always been, for the most part, a really, really good toy company for the most part. I mean, you can see the sculpt on the Luke Skywalker next to the Mattel Multiverse figure. I mean, you know what? It's you know, not only does the Luke Skywalker hold his own, I would actually say in many ways it's superior. But in this case, what a piece of shit! What a turd! So there's the Mattel version, and then of course the granddaddy of them all, which totally trumps them all, is of course the Super Colossal T-Rex. So there he is in the mix. There they all are together, and I don't think I could do that in one shot if I tried again. That was pretty impressive. So yeah, really, really awesome. God, I do love Tyrannosaurus Rex, man. Yeah, my inner 6-year-old is grinning ear to ear right now. Freaking awesome. Alrighty guys, well that's going to wrap up this edition of the Plastic Planet. I hope you guys enjoyed this little showcase / unboxing of all these really, really cool 6-inch action figures. The DC Multiverse I featured here, the DC Direct I believe, which is that Blue Beetle. I think he's a DC Direct anyway. And of course the Black Series Luke Skywalker, in addition to the awesome Bite and Fight Tyrannosaurus Rex, seen right here in this giant pile of awesome T-Rex coolness. So anyway, yeah. So like I said, I don't normally do a lot of 6-inch action figures on this channel, and so that was kind of fun to be able to dive into these tonight, and I do believe I got some real good gems here. So anyway, alright guys, well, like I said, that's going to wrap up this edition of the Plastic Planet. Please like, share, comment, and please do subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, why the hell not? Just push that button, guys. It's totally free. I don't come to your house. I don't bother you. It's just free, man. You just hit the subscribe button, and then it's there, and then you know what? Anytime I drop a Plastic Planet video, you'll be in the know. Especially if you hit that bell, that notification bell, then you'll definitely be in the know. And you won't miss any cool, awesome plastic goodness that I feature on this channel. So please do, if you are a regular viewer and you've not subscribed, please do subscribe. I'm kind of begging people, and that's really undignified. So, alright guys. Anyway, like I said, that's going to wrap up this edition of the Plastic Planet. And hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And like I always like to say, guys, life is so very, very, very short. So get out there and fill it with some plastic crap. Like anything you see here. Again, except for that Hasbro T-Rex, that thing sucks. Alright guys, till next time. Later. Love you. Bye.